Anytime now. There we go. There goes the first of the timers. Alright, as you can probably see, this is not Donkey Kong, this is Funky Kong. He is a new addition to the Switch version of this game, and he has a lot of abilities that's not in the main game. First of all, infinite rolling without a partner, for the fact there are no partners there. Double jumps, and a glitch that comes with it, a grab jump, which gives you just that little bit extra height. And both runners pull it off pretty nicely here. I'm going to do it a second time, right here, instead of using the trampoline. Well, GreenSnowDog did, at least. Can I turn my mic? I can! Hope this is better. Alrighty, where was I? And some other things that come up there. Funky is also invincible to spikes. I already mentioned the double jump, which definitely makes staying alive in hard platformy levels much easier. Oh, and the 5 hearts that you have instead of the 4 you have with a partner to its Donkey Kong. However, you never want to take more than 2 hits as Donkey Kong, for the sole reason of you losing your buddy partner. Both runners made it out unscathed out of 1-1. Oh, Spike not getting the jump up until the ship, so he needs to actually use the vines right now. There's a cool jump over there, which is just so much faster. And Funky exclusive because of the roll jumps, or double jumps, excuse me. Another power that Funky has, and this is the last extra power. Unlimited air underwater, where you had to manage your air meter with Donkey Kong and friends. Well, Funky knows how to breathe underwater. And this is unfortunate. Like GreenSnowDog did, he got to the barrel with the help of that Monocle Monica enemy over there. Unfortunately, Spikevegeta killed it. Didn't get enough height, and therefore not able to get the barrel. Meaning he had to wait. GreenSnowDog might be ahead, but remember, this is a Donkey Kong Country game. These are hard. There's a death in every little corner. The battle has not been fought yet. Coming in here, you can see this vertical... this vertical level parts. This is the level where Cranky Kong gets introduced. And oh boy, he is different than every other Help Kong that you get with Donkey, that is. Because instead of hover abilities and Dixie Kong having the hover plus flutter, the only thing that Cranky takes to the table is something called pogo sticks. While it's not particularly helpful in the air, he is the best character for, well, speedruns. For most levels, that is, not all of them. And maintaining your speeds. but more on that later. A lot of damage boosting here, but otherwise, yeah, a really good show of both runners in this level. As NKB is saying, he might look like easy mode, but for the speedrun there are way different mechanics that make the speedrun, I wouldn't say it harder, but more complex, but definitely different enough. And there are some levels where Funky Kong makes it harder. For example, the second to last normal level. So 1-4 is the first of 5 auto-scroller levels. However, there are little ways to speed up the minecart levels. You might see GreenSnowDog and Spikevegeta jumping every now and then. Some of the jumps actually help get those extra frames. Like jumping on this hill over here. It's a small push. It's more helpful in time attacks. And sometimes it can be risky. And I mean, it's an auto-scroller. You gotta have some fun, right? I do want to mention, dying in these levels is super easy. So it's not uncommon for a run to be reset in this level. But just keep your attention here. Auto-scrolls, I don't want to call them like super fun. They're cool to look at, especially the next one. Alright, it's time for GreenSnowDog to go into boss Big Bop. Big Top Bop. That's a good, cool tongue twister. Or as we like to call him, and this is his real name, Pompey. Pompey has, I wouldn't say a lot of tech to it, but there is some tech. Like the early hits. And this is something they call the God Gods, or tried to call the God Gods. Oh, he tried to do something else. He tried to be high in the air for an early hit you can do on Pompey. However, it is pretty difficult with Funky. So he's trying to hit this fish at the highest point of where you can hit him. Therefore, hover in the air and trying to go to... going to Pompey. Giving him the early hits, rather than having to wait for him to slide down again. Second phase isn't all that exciting, other than damage boosting probably. You can kill those penguins, you can use them to farm coins, I guess. Or just leave them alone. Okay, phase 3 is a little bit more exciting. There are these penguins that are going to skate down as well. You want to kill them all. And this is exactly why you have to wait for him. If you miss him now, he's going away on its own, but it's a little time waste. Now these fishies come, and this spiky here. With it, you also want to be high up in the air for an early hit. Unfortunately, it didn't work for GreenSnowDog. Maybe Spike. Ah, unfortunate. That's the easiest one to get height. And now you don't necessarily have to kill the penguins, because this is the last hit on Pompey. Every boss in this game has 3 hits per phase, with 3 phases, totaling up to 9 hit points. This might be good to know. Other than that, a really good show from both of the runners. This first load may take a little while, since all the assets of the whole world gets loaded in. Shout out to optimization from game developers in the Switch version. And 2-1 is where the game really starts. There are a lot of death pits already. Like, it's easier to die, especially with Cranky if you're relying on pogo traps. Other than that, the music is really good. And a leap of faith from GreenSnowDog. And he hovers. Oh, Spike actually surpassed him. He did the leap of faith with no problem. I'm loving all the names for Spike in the chat. And without all too much trouble, both runners did it. Alright, 2-2. Mountain Mania on the Wii U version. There's a lot of precision platforming with Cranky and Rambi, which makes for a weird combination. Therefore, this level has dubbed the nickname Reset Mania. Interesting to see that GreenSnowDog is not getting Rambi just yet. Well, he is super helpful. Next area. Curious to see what his strat's going to be. Oh yeah, and there's a sort of glitch in this level. Although it's more of a, physics mechanic, I guess. If you get forward mechanic from the platform you're on, you actually get some extra speeds, therefore can make some really far jumps. If you look at Spikevegeta's screen right now, this is what I mean. And some insane speeds right there. The double jump definitely is OP in this level. Alright, 2-3 Horntop Hop. Pretty cool looking level, however, And this may have been a mistake. This level is one of 3 levels in the run. Not sure about the whole game, but it is one of 3 levels that has global cycles, where normally camera-based cycles are happening, as in the moment you get near it, it starts happening. All of these leaves are on a global cycle, meaning that if you start the level at any time, it's going to be at the same place. However, if you wait a second, it's going to be a bit more, yeah, it just fell a bit more down, so it's different. And if you've learned a static route, well, good luck adapting to all the changes in the whole level. Unfortunately, GreenSnowDog fell into a pit earlier. And this is a hard level. So no shame in that. Unfortunately, just... yeah, a big time loss. Oh, get it? No. There are some really cool strats in this level, though. Alright, 2-4. Another auto-scrolling level. However, this one, I wouldn't say exciting, but there's so much more happening that if you look at it from a casual perspective, it's a really cool level to do. How they designed all of it. So there goes the minecart. And here comes the boat. Other than saying this is an auto-scroller, there's nothing much to say. Oh yeah, there's this one thing where there's this machine over here, and during the races, the moment the runners go into the machine, they make, well, machine noises to let all the other runners know where they are in the run. Little bit of history trivia, I guess. I mean, I can also mention it's pretty easy to miss those last 3 platforms Spike was on. I'm happy GreenSnowDog is part of the collector collection. During these auto-scrollers, it doesn't take that much time, if no time at all, to collect letters or puzzle pieces. And I mean, why not? However, staying alive is also important. And if you need to concentrate on the level itself, so be it. Alright, 3-5, Alpine Incline. This is the first level where you lose Cranky Kong in the Donkey Kong variant of speedruns. Where you would normally do like... and that's Spike's first death. And that's exactly the reason why you take Funky Kong in air, or Dixie Kong. She's way more useful in the air than Cranky is. And He missed the platform again, resulting in a death. Where Cranky is... Okay. But Cranky is the master on lands. You definitely want Diddy or Dixie Kong for everything air related. There we go. And the only thing you would prefer Dixie Kong above Funky Kong is because of her flutter jump. And that's unfortunate for Green Snow. However, this is... I won't call it difficult, just easy to lose lives on. And SnowDog met the same fate at the same place that Spike died at the first time. Alright! 2-6, Wingding, your favorite Windows font. There we go, pretty nice. This is only for 50% an auto-scroller. Other 50% it's pure platforming. There are these finds, and there's not a lot you can do to speed it up, but there are a few little tricks you could use. One of them is try to jump on the beginning of the finds. That pushes you forwards just a little bit, but it does save frames in the time attacks. The other thing is don't jump from find to find. I mean, if it's vertical, okay, but if you need to jump to the next find, it's faster to just fall down. However, that's not always possible, obviously. Back in the OG speedruns, there was a barrel cycle you needed to get here to get Cranky. This barrel is all the way where Spike is right now, and you only had a little bit of leeway. But other than that, you would lose 3 seconds for a barrel cycle. Something that is not present in Funky Kong speedruns, as there's Funky, and... oh yeah, there's only Funky. It all depends on the runner. There are funky only. There are funky only speedruns. However, there are also mixed speedruns where the entirety of World 4 is done with Donkey Kong and friends, and some runners also do some levels in World 3. This was an answer to the question, how much of the game now is done with Funky? And that was a mispress. Alright, Skull. He is, I want to say, one of the coolest bosses. He jumped and got a little bit late for the black bells. Yeah, I want to say one of the coolest bosses, but then everyone in the community will get mad at me because this is the coolest boss. Bassmaster. So this could be a 5-minute boss. However, with the correct speed, with the correct speed tricks, you can make it 2 minutes. As you see, he's waiting with attacking, knocking down that bird there, and throw these little egg lips. Skal in a timely manner. Unfortunately, he missed one, so he's going to lose 20 seconds waiting for Skal to drop one of these bursts again. Unfortunately, we got the worst RNG there. Alright, the third phase, which is not the hardest. That was the second one in my opinion. But the easiest to mess up. Because if you mess it up, it will cost you 50 seconds to a minute. So there are these two bursts over here. And at first you only hit Skal with one of these eggs and hang on to the other. It's going to do 4 butt stomps right now, dropping other enemies you have to evade. Luckily not the hardest job to do. And the 5th time, he comes down, you jump on him, saving this egg for this final hit, and that's how you do Skal kinda fast. And here we have SnowDog entering the fight. Oh yeah, there are a few gameplay changes here in the Switch version, but more on that later when they come into play. I guess one of the hits was has been missed. Okay, I'm going to be silent for a little bit because the music here is so good. This level is a second level with global cycles. So again, the moment you wait a little bit, it's going to be different everywhere in the level. Or everywhere, at least the moving parts. However, Funky Kong definitely makes it easier to react. Spike unfortunately didn't get a recoil thingy from it. And SnowDog isn't going for the other strats. Arctic Reference asked for a shout out to memes. I mean, yes, there are a lot of memes in this game. See that blue one on the right of Spike's screen, or it's gone now? Well, you missed the cycle, so you had to wait 6 seconds for that. And SnowDog missed getting the first, or the second bird, and missed the first hit. This is gonna hurt. It's gonna cost like 56 seconds to a minute per extra cycle he needs to do. Baobab Bonanza. The newly found grab jump by Running Gag. Let's just skip these flowers. However, it's pretty inconsistent. So that's why that's not definitely not going to be a thing in RTA. Other than that, the level design to go fast here is definitely top tier. And oh no! SnowDog kinda rolled off the stage. He has to redo the whole fight. Alright, at the end of this level, if we like memes, there's this puzzle piece that appears when you get all of the stuff, and it has been a sport jumping over this puzzle piece. And that's free for Spike. That is quite a lot. I believe world record was 5 by either Michael Goldfish or Cruncha. I'm not sure. However, that info is also 3 years old, so I'm not sure. Done with Cranky, of course. He's fat, he's easier to control. Also, pretty interesting, Spikevegeta is not switching over to Donkey Kong right now. Because the combination Donkey Kong with Cranky Kong here. You see these hurricanes, if you go through one and get rejected by it, you get a lot of speeds. And the cool thing about Cranky Kong is that he maintains speeds. So you would go through this level, pogoing almost everywhere, and rolling at like 1 or 2 places, with insane speeds. And it's pretty difficult to maintain. However, it's so satisfying. However, he's not doing the cranky strats. The rules for this tournament are any percent NDS or no death abuse. Doesn't necessarily mean you can't switch to Donkey Kong. Other than that, Rambi is also again in this level. And oh, he got him. This is not a Rambi mandatory level, so it's... Well, it is permitted to like leave him behind and not get him at all. However, it is faster if you keep him though. The thing about Rambi, however, and why you don't want him, is that every time you initiate a dash, he has a little startup animation, which takes a little bit of time, meaning rolling is faster. However, with the pogo of Cranky, there is no need for that animation. Unfortunately, Cranky doesn't have, or Funky doesn't have a cane. Anyway, 3-4 Scorching Torch. There's a lot of fire happening. You stop there a little bit to not get hit by those burning ropes. No droplet skip. According to runners, that is RNG. Not sure how much of that is true. However, it is pretty random. And that's the end already. Okay, I'm going to be that guy. The next level is a crime to humanity, interesting, and easy. The stage music for this level is a remix of Donkey Kong Country 2's Sticker Bush Symphony, and that's the only place in the game where that happens. However, I'll let you enjoy all 5 seconds of it. And now it gets replaced by a shitty fluted theme of the Rocket Barrel team. As you can see, he's on whatchamacallit. As you can see, Spike is sticking to the roof of this level here. This is the only rocket level where I can just hold A all the way through and be fine. However, you do need to get like 1 heart. Yo, yo, yo.
Hello, hello.
Yo, Mumu. Welcome.
Thank you. So I see our boy Spike is just wrapping up the auto scroll.
Yes, he did.
And GreenSnowDog just cleared Scowl.
Yeah, he unfortunately fell off the platform twice, so he had to redo the level a few times.
Ooh, that's a stinger.
So, 3B, Bramble Scramble. The whole level appears in front of you. However, that shouldn't be a problem for the seasoned speedrunner, as you basically remember where everything is.
Yeah, this stage is actually one of my favorite stages. Spike having a little bit of trouble. I'm not sure how the runners sit right now and how much. I know that Spike was definitely up there with our top boys, so I'm gonna see how much he's de-rusted and what's different. As I have not yet actually watched a full Funky run, but I did used to run this game a lot myself.
There's one part where Spike is right now, or I believe it was that part, where it's a little bit more awful with Funky, as he doesn't have the pogo ability.
Yeah, without pogoing, Funky is definitely going to struggle doing the same tricks that Cranky did, but he is absolutely going to be able to crush it in the damage boosting department.
You know this boss better than I do. Have at it.
Oh gosh, so I think I should start by saying that Baboom is one of the worst bosses. If you have already covered how much people love Scowl, it's basically Scowl is great because he's pretty fast flowing and he's got a decent reward to skill cap ratio, whereas this guy is basically going to troll you and take as long as he likes in the second half. The baboons all go slightly lighter in color every time you hit them. So you can see that actually 2 of them on the top right now are very, very light. He only has to beat 1 more of them. So right now, even if he did nothing, the next round would advance. You just have to beat 1 of them 3 times to advance to the next round.
Should also mention that sorry, that every monkey has his own health. However, it replenishes every time you kill 1 of them. So it's better to focus on 1 of these monkeys rather than hitting them all.
The health being indicated by the color of their fur. He's now in round 3, where he only has to deal 3 more hits to the last one, but they try and stretch that out by making it more and more difficult to actually get moments to actually land a hit on Baboon.
The other cool thing, and I haven't mentioned it yet, is that this boss was like really plagued with RNG. However, the switch basically nullifies all of the RNG in the game. Not all of it though, but all or a lot of stuff are like set in stone.
Including their attack patterns? Oh, that'd be a godsend.
It should be.
Bill Nicholson!
That's a really clean baboon fight.
Man, you can really see the difference on load times just watching him getting in and out of stages. The speedrun is normally about an hour and a half long for any percent. Like, it's something like that, although that was back on the Wii U. It should be about an hour 25. It's, I think that's what record is. So, yeah, that's what... Ooh, good stuff. And this is going to be without death abuse. But right now, Spike is entering World 4, the official water world of this game. If you've already covered some of the Kong's unique abilities and what Funky can do. Funky is, if he's still the Kong of choice, then he's still pretty fast. It's not going to have Diddy's boosting movement, but the infinite swimming underwater, or the infinite rolling underwater, that infinite corkscrew is going to help him out. It just makes it a little bit easier.
It is pretty interesting he's going for Funky only rather than using well, Donkey Kong for the whole world of 4. Because he definitely saves time.
Interesting choice. SnowDog going for Rambi. Considering Funky's abilities, I might have just stuck without... Well, I'm also on the bias of trying to get rid of Rambi as quick as I can and as often as I can. Ooh, and he bonked into a pit.
There's no double jump with Rambi.
Yeah, that definitely, I would not want to, I would not want to go with Rambi at all.
I mean, he makes one part easier, but other than that, I'd rather do Funky solo.
Oh wow, and for free, Funky just fights the underwater current. That's normally exclusive to Dixie, and technically doable with Diddy if you time a boost into corkscrew animation repeatedly well enough.
It's developer unintended, definitely possible. May I say, Spike just entered the most well-hidden secret of the whole game.
I was completely spoiled on it because I started by watching this speedrun, but I've definitely seen people sit there on this stage for an hour at least trying to find that exit.
There is a puzzle piece actually. So you could use Squawks' ability to scout for it, I guess.
He's like, there's something there. I promise you, please believe me, guys. I know it's there. So we got Spike in 4A. I'm glad to see the route hasn't changed at all. It's quite a fun stage. In this stage, you're going to be seeing him coming up and down through plenty of water sections, lots of spike balls. There actually is kind of a bit of a... It's hard to tell in this game. Local timers kind of make it look like there's global timers for everything, but essentially everything loads really, really far away. So if you get a hiccup on any of your movements, you're gonna see runners kind of struggling to know where everything is. They may get choked up a bit, but Spike has been going pretty smooth this whole time. And he is coming up on one of my favorite little strats. I want to see if it looks much different here. You got 1, 2, 3, 4, jump, roll, nans. And you would pogo, but we ain't got crankies, so... Yow! I like these funky sound effects.
Isn't this also the first level where you get the trifecta of Kongs in DK speedruns?
Yeah, it would be. You would enter with Dixie, switch to Diddy, and finish with Cranky. So yeah, my apologies for when I stepped in kind of late. I'm Mumu Akai. I used to run this game.
Welcome. Glad you could make it.
Yeah, I had a little issue getting back here in time, but it's quite a long speed game. Spike in Tropical Keys, while SnowDog is finishing up 3... Oh gosh. Okay, thank God we've got the Funky Copter. Yeah, 3-4. Good thing there. So Tropical Keys, this stage you're actually going to be, it's kind of a labyrinth, there's no checkpoint, so it makes it one of the cruelest stages to mess up on. That said, Funky's got 5 hearts rolling, even without, well, I can't, man, I feel like this stage got a lot fairer. There's, oh god, he doesn't have an air meter. How are you supposed to die in this game anymore? Well, that said, underwater movement is tricky, and if he does take too much damage, that would be really terrible. There's no checkpoint, so he would be legitimately hung out to dry.
I mean, I do have to mention this blue key, or blue chest rather, is pretty difficult to find for someone who doesn't know where it is.
Yeah, this is definitely not the time to be going casually through. This is a tournament! I want to see top level play 100% of the time.
Oh, we're not seeing Ace Red from SnowDog. He's collecting all this stuff. I'm proud of this boy.
Yo, that's a play out of my book right there. I don't see that whole day because I want to see puzzle pieces and lives and bananas. Get it all. So Spike has gotten every single key in the proper order. He is now heading for the gigantic gate. Fun fact, although it wasn't optimal for long, it was found you could completely avoid this shark and any damage from it. But now you got, like, you know, so much health, you let him have a little taste.
Yeah. Tasted funky.
Yeah.
In the... And oh man, I believe this is also the most broken level ever. In the Donkey Kong. Or at least on the Wii U, it's fixed on the Switch.
Yeah, you used to be able to go out of bounds by pushing your partner out, and then you could do all kinds of shenanigans. Basically, you convinced the game that the partner that went out of bounds was in the lead, so the camera would actually follow him. You would have to activate 2-player mode for this. It was all kinds of jank, and then you could just swim out of bounds to the exit. But we got one of the better stages right here. Oh yeah. This is going to be all kinds of great to see. Normally you would be in this stage with Cranky. Funky's, I actually have seen Funky doing some pretty crazy things in this level. Because Funky can damage boost. This stage was normally very treacherous because of the damage boost. You only get 2 hits with, well, 1 hit with Cranky, and then you would just lose him on the next one. I know that Funky is setting up to do, oh my god, Spike, don't do that to me! Oh no, Spike, please! Stop YOLOing! Okay, he's in the quad now. This is kind of one of the worst spots you can be in, but Jesus Christ, don't do that to me! Right now, Spike's in the lead. He's about 3/4 of the way through World 4. We got SnowDog finally finishing up World 3, more or less. He's finishing up Bramble Scramble, going to the last boss on the next stage for that world. Or rather, the boss of that world. Ooh, Spike gave me a bit of a scare there. He's going for the, it was kind of like the Diddy finish, where you jump under the stage, onto that last section. Normally, you just pound your way through.
Because of the extra height, crate skip is really easy on this version.
Now we got Current Capers. This is actually basically the hardest underwater stage. One nice thing that Spike doesn't have to worry about in this level is that when you go with Donkey Kong, you would have to be catching very tight barrel cycles with Diddy just to be able to make it. Underwater barrel cycles, which would normally rotate throughout the stage, are on a 2-second timer underwater, 1-second timer on land. So it's definitely going to be nice, way more relaxing. That said, underwater, and this is the longest underwater stage where you have continuous underwater sections. Optimally getting through is not going to be easy. You might have noticed by now that Donkey Kong is and Funky Kong is considerably heavy compared to his DKC trilogy incarnation. So making sure that you control this very difficult to turn, and he really resists free-flowing movement here. Ooh, and many more damage boosts.
It's a godsend you can do that in this, or with Funky at least. No fear of
Absolutely.
losing your partner. It's easy. Yeah, it's easy mode.
It is a lot easier, but this stage is still difficult to do optimally.
Yeah,
It's
definitely.
nowhere near the pain of like where if you took that extra hit, you'd be solo DK compared to DK with Diddy. SnowDog is on the last round here with Baboom. The Spike can just swim straight through all these tentacles. I would assume he probably just wanted to damage boost once because each of these damage boosts is causing a lot of hit stop for Funky.
However, movement is easier with Diddy on your back.
Yeah, movement's way easier with Diddy because you can actually, between each breaststroke with Diddy, you can actually readjust your direction. And that was actually kind of dangerous there at the very end. Those giant gears are actually a one-shot. He was getting real close there.
I mean, he's slow enough. There's the melon.
You get that jump shot. Slap! Out of here.
I love that open palm punch at the end.
It's so good.
Yeah.
Now, I was kind of talking about how Baboom is awful and like Scowl is a beautiful baby boy. Well, here's the other forgotten child, and this is Fugu. And I bet Fugu isn't as awful now for a lot of reasons, but you don't have Cranky's cane, which kind of makes this garbage. Yeah, I'm looking at it already. This is not good.
It's not good?
It's not good in the sense that it's like
yeah.
awkward, but it's fast. So here's the thing. You can only hit Fugu in his weak spot, which is his ass, and you basically damage boost to get behind him, and you just keep hitting him. But Cranky's cane extended his attack box quite a lot, so you could actually be in Fugu's hitbox and still get these hits. Funky and any Kong that has to corkscrew has to be out and behind Fugu to do this. That said, we're quote unquote scary. It's not really that scary when you're on one heart because bosses are very, very generous on one heart. If you have one heart and you take a damage boost, boss will basically give you a heart guaranteed. So damage boosting to 1 is kind of intended / expected.
However, don't overdo it. That could be bad news.
Now, you never want to take damage repeatedly without, being able to hit the boss each time. Otherwise, you're gonna be screwed. Entering World 5. This is the part of the game that's it's starting to get like way more intense, honestly. Even with your boy Funky, the game is going to be a lot less forgiving in a lot of areas. Normally with Donkey, this would be a struggle. It's probably going to be a little more fun with Funky, but you'll notice these platforms are incredibly tiny. They're kind of sparse. They're all moving. This is not a stage you want to go into blind either. You want to be practiced and know exactly where everything is and what you're doing. Some of these gaps are actually small enough that you can roll over them continuously, but there is a small risk in doing that. Not all of them are like evenly, and there's like this weird up and down motion that the Kong. I don't know if that was fixed or not, but like there were some weird moments where you'd be like, oh yeah, I can roll over this gap, and you would just roll straight through and die. So it's like there's a huge risk that you take in trying to rely on that kind of stuff.
I believe you guys memed about oscillation in this game.
I didn't want to use that term because I know it's not a fun word to hear. But oscillation is definitely a thing. So we are seeing Spike nailing most of these tricks here. Definitely without Cranky, it's not as easy because, or not as fast at least. Cranky just definitely goes. Well, Funky has the ability to touch these spikes, but he's gotta slow down a little bit. You can't just go pogoing off of them. Imagine if you could. Wouldn't that be broken? And we got SnowDog entering Rockin' Relics.
Spikevegeta entering 5-2, the 4th auto-scroller level of this game. However, it does look really cool with all the dynamic angles, but other than that, nothing much to say about it.
Are you sure there's nothing much to say about it? Because I bet I could take the entire time he's doing the stage explaining one obscure and really strange thing about this level. So let's talk about auto-scrollers real quick. Because, long time ago, your boy DSS was really hell-bent on making sure you got top times in this game on the auto-scrollers. And he found that if you actually pause buffer by, like, you alternate, ready?
Oh yeah,
A and B both launch the rocket. A, pause, switch button, unpause, etc., etc. Just keep going. You would get a frame-perfect barrel launch. That does quite a lot of strange things. So if you do this in World 3's auto-scroller, the rocket barrel, you'll actually launch so fiercely out the gate, you will just run into the gate and die. It doesn't open in time.
Really?
That's one thing. Yeah! All for the sake of that frame-perfect get out. Now what happens in this stage? Well, at least on the Switch, you would enter, on the Wii U, you would enter Mr. Chops' negative world. The camera would not follow you, so you'd be doing the stage blind. And something, for some reason, kills you partway through. Goldfish actually tried really hard to be able to do the stage blind, because it's like, okay, if I can't do a frame-perfect launch, like, if you can do the frame-perfect launch, then you'll have the fastest time on the board, but you can't see what you're doing. So could you imagine what kind of intense meme it would be? Top time on the leaderboard, just like, gets out, you don't see anything for 2 minutes, and then BAM! I win. It was the dream, but, like, something kills you halfway through, and you'll just never see it.
I came into this community way too late, did I?
Don't worry, I will be sure to bring up all the hot and spicy stuff we used to get done in races, because the race leads were quite a time.
Thank you, I'd like to know all of it.
I definitely got
Goldfish dying all the time. Cruncher reading chat and dying all the time.
Okay, so definitely Cruncher read chat all the time. Goldfish would die early on, and then he would get the comebacks, the big scoops. People would be late game dying. Goldfish got all of that out of the way at the beginning. He went serious mode, went ham. Oh, and big shout outs to Spike's major contribution here that he can't do anymore because it's funky. He used to pogo off the lip of that edge, and he would get right into the barrel at the end. One of his great contributions to the original game.
You don't need to do that with Funky anymore. Grab jump goes high enough.
I know.
Poor Spike.
Let me be an old nostalgic kook for a game that came out 4 years ago. Jesus Christ. Anyway, we're in this stage.
Fruity Factory.
Man, I do love the music in Fruity Factory. This was actually the first stage I came into this community with. Cruncher was practicing this stage, and he got world record on the IL. So this stage has quite a bit going for me in that sense. He actually made it so that Cranky and Dixie were viable as one of the first Switch stages, stages that had default barrel. Normally they were just defaulted to one Kong, and you would run with that. I see that Funky is making good work of his many abilities, and you can see why it was one of those stages where, like in the original game, it was pick one Kong per time attack, and then you would roll with them regardless of whatever happened. But you can see that there's a lot of use of various abilities, being able to twirl your hair or your surfboard. Yo, the crunch of ledge right there. For some reason, you can just stand on that little ledge.
Yeah.
And that troll barrel, we always hoped that there would be some kind of like camera manipulation or something that would make it so you could just hit that barrel like the first time. Because look at all this time you spend down here. Not that this is bad. One thing I love about this game, like even when they make you sit in a section for a while, like it's all fun. It's genuinely fun. You know, shout outs to Retro.
Oh yeah, for sure, man.
So SnowDog is now dealing with the Crankle's nightmare. C-Stack Attack is not a friendly stage.
does it well, except for the dick poker. Other than that, he's doing really well.
The most treacherous one is this guy right here, so he should be fine. But right now, we got Spike entering Panicky Paddle. And this stage was notorious for being one of those stages. Was like, oh man, if you don't get this exit, you're gonna have to do the jamboree. Who's gonna jamboree this time, boys? I really hope I don't see a jamboree. I'm just gonna say right now, like if you jamboreed, you're wrong. And if you jamboreed, maybe you like the jamboree, but you know now's not the time for a jamboree. Now's the time to be serious.
Oh no, you don't. There's only one. There's only one Kong barrel in here. It's all the way at the beginning, and you need your Kong pal for the secret exit. So if you lose him,
when you got the snowboard, it's a snowboard. I know what I said. He's coming to World 6.
Smacky boy Harold.
Now, NK, you say he can't. You say he can't. But this is Spike. I don't wanna hate my boy Spike, but I've seen some things happen to him that make me real sad deep down. He finds a way. Spike, please! Getting real close there.
Just for you, buddy. Just for you.
Thank God I found that secret exit. God bless Spikevegeta.
This man is safe.
Take the normal exit for fun. No! Tripper was never fun. Oh my God, so I guess I have to bring this up briefly. Was when I was first learning Hundo, Spike was in chat watching me do Hundo, and he came in around this time. And you have to do Jelly Jamboree. Much to my chagrin, I do not like that stage because it's one of those stages that just tripped me up a bunch. And I missed all the Kong letters in my first round. I got most of them, and I forgot the last one. And I beat the stage. I'm like, oh, I gotta go back. So he came in on my second time through Jelly Jamboree, and I forgot the Kong letter again. He was like, no, moo. I was like, I gotta do it again.
Amazing.
But we're already into Slapstrats, the video game. I love this stage. Unfortunately, I don't think anyone's going to be doing Slapstrats. Hurt my soul.
Oh, there he is!
Spike is slapping! Yo! He cares about me. So, let's talk about Slapstrats real quick. This stage is basically on a global timer. Everything is on a 4-second cycle in terms of like the movement for everything. All the platforms essentially are on something that you would like to fit in a 4-second window. Yo, down into the shaft, let's go! If you are a little too slow or too late, you'll end up having to wait for platforms to get back into a spot where you can go through them. Funky got so much health though, he's just gonna go. Ow! Potito cat, oh!
Oh!
Ooh! Oh!
He lost so much health so quickly.
You don't want to die, please.
Hoots!
Okay, that was a little scary.
He survived.
Yo, at least Funky confirmed has the strongest song. Withstood like 5 pokes in the dick in a row. Jesus Christ.
GreenSnowDog entering Fugu face-off.
So, GreenSnowDog, if he does manage to get his positioning properly, should not struggle too much. Meanwhile, listen to this sick bass line. Oh, up top! Oh, and Funky nails it! I like these strats. And we get these nice little frosty boosts. So ice physics in this game are actually not awful. For one, you can always enter like full speed. If you go straight into rolling, you're at full roll speed. No problem. So that's one problem with ice physics already taken care of. Just roll. And the other thing is, if you're in a neutral position when you start like moving on this ice like this, and then you roll on the ice, you add your roll speed to that. So So you go really wicked fast. And we're gonna see a lot more of that as we go into World 6, because most of World 6, set up. We're there. Oh no! SnowDog, let Fugu get away from him. Please, reclaim your Fugu. Go get him!
Use the fish! Wow, Fugu, please.
So we got a tiny little Fugu now. This means that if he's gonna damage boost, he has to take into account the time it'll take Fugu to grow back into a big boy. Okay, we got big boy Fugu back. Please, no, don't let it get away!
No!
We're in phase 3, so he really, please! Oh no! This is actually gonna be one of the worst things ever if he doesn't get over there and finish him! Thank God.
Ah.
Phase 3, Fugu will get ginormous and take absolutely forever to be vulnerable again. And
as a new runner,
now,
I can definitely agree. You really need to get to know him.
Please, you gotta spend some time learning these bosses. We're on Bashmaster right now over with Spikevegeta's world. And he did get some good RNG at the beginning, but more importantly, he managed to hit him quick enough because Bashmaster basically has this queue of abilities where he's going to... You want him to be swinging his hammer, because that means that you can hit him. If you take too long hitting him out of his ice kicking set of abilities, he's going to go into his hammer one again, and you can hit him out of both. So if you mess it up and you just take too long, you basically missed an opportunity, and you'll have to wait like another 20 seconds before you can actually hit Bashmaster that third time. I wonder if we still got RNG jumps here.
This whole fight is set. It's actually set. There are 5 jumps in the second phase, and
It's set now.
yeah, the RNG in the first phase is also set.
Thank God!
The watermelon is always on the first ice block.
No way! Yo, this game got better. It wasn't like a ton of time lost, but it was still time lost that was completely out of your control. Also, I'm glad that Spike already did so. You can definitely bounce on that mallet like it's made out of rubber. SnowDog! He got his feet tickled like he didn't even care.
Not trusting the trolley, dudes.
I remember I left my legacy on that trust of trolley. It was my gift to all of you before I ascended.
Unfortunately, it's not possible anymore.
What, trusting the trolley?
Yeah, you don't have to anymore.
Oh yeah, you don't have to. It's possible, but you don't have to. Ooh, and he took a little too many damage boosts there.
He was taking it safe. Unfortunately, he didn't see the Archie there.
Yeah, Nasal, I am definitely enjoying this, like just getting to see all these things that... It's like, imagine a new funky mode being added to your game. Literally new funky mode. Alright, and we got the longest fight of this game out of here. So, it is time to be real with everyone. World 6 is coming. And World 6 is going to be real with you if you aren't.
Definitely is one of the better worlds.
6-1, 6-2, and 6-3 are extremely brutal, and it's painfully noticeable when you're doing runs, like if you mess up on 6-1, because 6-1 is either you go or you died, and if you died, you lose like 20 to 30 seconds. Okay, he's in there, and is he gonna go for the early shot? He does. He nails it. Remember, like, I'm of the viewpoint that regardless of funky, this platforming is difficult. This stuff is tight. It's not like you got a lot of room for error. I want to see if he goes for the speed stuff right here. Are you gonna grab it? Yo, Crump! Oh, he didn't grab it!
Grab!
So he got all the speed, he didn't grab it. You need to grab this ledge to trigger the ice wall to actually disappear.
He's not going for the crunch that drop. Which is instead of jumping to the left, immediately go downstairs, past the ice, and safely come on the platform there.
Yo, and this roll in. It's now GreenSnowDog in the auto-scroller where I was talking for a billion years. And World 6 is actually, if you played Returns on the Wii, I know y'all played Returns on the Wii. This whole world is, each stage is based on a world from that game. So 6-1 based on the jungle, 6-2 based on the beach. And because it's frozen over, you actually cannot swim. So it's very true to the Returns in the sense that you can't swim in that game. There's a lot of like nods to Return, essentially, you're going to see. Returns you couldn't swim. The barrel stages or the auto-scroller was a lot more difficult because it was one-hit kills. Checkpoints were a lot more sparse. And when I say sparse, there's really only one per stage, but what I really mean is like, you got very long sections of unforgiving content before a checkpoint. Does Spike make it through the Blue Hoots drug ring without... Nice, he did not get hit. Say no to drugs, kids. Ooh! Yeah! He got flung straight across that. That was great. The game is really forgiving on like... In one thing, if you make it like halfway past the water, the game's like, okay, well, we don't want to throw you all the way back to the beginning for no reason. So they pick one direction. You either go left or right. He knows exactly where that is. Yo, 3DS Returns was really great casually. Here's a small thing about Returns on the 3DS. I played the game casually on the 3DS first, and then I went to the Wii. It was such a long time between the two, I didn't notice the difference, but like, if you go back and forth between the two and you try and do speed strats, there's a lot of really noticeable physics differences between the two games for some reason.
Yeah, there's one jump, don't remember which one exactly, but there's just one jump you just can't make on the 3DS.
There's a lot of them that are just like very different. Cycles are different, but yeah, we're talking about Tropical Freeze right now, and Spike is in that 6-3. Spike is definitely crushing it right now. He is the more veteran player. I would expect him to be in the lead. Otherwise, I would heckle him to bits afterwards.
Please still do that.
Okay, I'll make sure I point out every time he choked hard.
Okay. Thanks, you.
No problem.
Yeah, there's a lot of small optimizations here, but this is the new big one since I believe the grab jump. Although,
yeah,
not necessarily. You can just jump over to that barrel over there.
I'm sure that these things that are possible only with Funky, maybe some of them go retroactively into the other Kongs. Maybe, but definitely not that one. That one looks like I don't think anyone can get there. I don't think if you had Dixie randomly, you'd be able to make it. Yo, Returns. Can we get Fonzoid back? I would love to see Fonzoid running Returns again. Yeah. Man. So, yeah,
if you know Returns, you know that World 4 is basically auto-scroller world. Well, this game can't keep you hanging.
I love that they did that. I kind of wish that... Oh, nice. Oh! We're going real hard! Yo, Spike! My boy! Yeah! He's not going vanilla here.
I wanted to tell the Michael Goldfish story, but oh man, this is even better.
Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. So, STDQ is coming right back. STDQ is happening next week. that brings me back, because 2 years ago, SGDQ 2016, we had our relay race of Tropical Freeze. And on this stage, Goldfish was a little bit ahead of me. And they were like, you know, Goldfish likes a damage boost here. He's probably going to play a little more vanilla and keep it safe, just to be sure, because we are in a GDQ. And Goldfish on the couch heard Hard Ghoul saying, "Vanilla, what?" And he immediately dropped into the water. So he did the whole stage on 1 heart. Ghoul and Hobbs like, "Ooh, bad manners, Goldfish." Poor Moo in the back and Goldfish styling on him. I'm just dying of laughter because of Goldfish's reaction. I'm like, please, I don't want to laugh so hard. I just choke in this stage.
Is that why you let Canada win?
Oh my god. Actually, Canada won because I suck at 6-1. Okay, let's be real here. I just suck at 6-1. I was like practicing that stage so much, and I choked the barrel shot so many times. It was painful. Yo, shoutouts to the puzzle piece that trips up casuals for forever. These bananas and tokens. I will watch people playing this game casually, and I will see them die again and again and again trying to get this. And I'm like, I'm so sorry. I get this for swag every run. I'm very sorry. Yo, shoutouts to the snowball section too. Oh my god. There were multiple world records with deaths on this snowball section.
Please jump. Please know that you can jump.
Yeah, like a minecart shows up on the top left. It's supposed to be like, oh hey, by the way, you're technically in a minecart.
Oh, I never noticed that.
Ooh, SnowDog took a spill. Yeah, it was late in panicky paddles here.
I know you've been talking a lot already, but I know this is your level.
Oh, don't worry. I am a well-practiced commentary dude. I know how to spin for a while. I'm a little thirsty, but I'm good. This is actually basically my favorite stage. It's what convinced me to pick up the game and a capture card and start running. Way back when. Way back in early 2014, like, you know, a couple months into the game. Most of the stages were either Dixie, they were basically all Dixie stages. There wasn't a lot of Cranky strats that were found, but they were coming. Cranky was coming. And he was good. He was coming on strong and hard. Because we found out that you could bounce on these snowflakes. Oh man, what a wonderland this stage became. Look at all that. You go flying. That momentum carrying off the slapped paddles was there with Dixie, and you got some long flutters and twirls. That's great. But Cranky doesn't lose any momentum, so he has these long gaps where he's just like, okay, I'm going to slap this, I'm going to roll, and go flying! Look at that. Not to mention, I got to shout out your boy Gulo, too, who found, I think it's called the Inca Dinka? Is that what we're going with? This last section, oh my god. It's the Inca Dinka, where you take Funky and you grab this top one, bounce. Oh my god, he's going for no! Spike! No. But he can still go for it again. I think it will still be in the spot. Yeah. And he got the bounce. Bounce! Oh no, Spike! Oh man, but I'm so happy he's going for it. Like, Jesus Christ, this is really awesome to see. This was not possible at all with Cranky. So the last section you had to play, still a little scary. He's definitely pulled back this time. But yeah, once you get up on top of here, you can just wait it a little bit and then go. Oh, go! Jesus Christ! It's supposed to roll off. If it hasn't been covered before, you can jump out of any roll, and if you roll infinitely, you can jump at any point out of a... If you roll off a ledge, you can just jump whatever you want. He kind of scared me there. I thought he was going to slip off. So now we got one of the prettiest stages, the silhouette stages. You only see one out of the 3 silhouette stages on the any percent route. Which is a shame, because the other 2 are absolutely beautiful and have amazing music. Not that I don't like Homecoming Hijinks, but we hear it 3 times in World 6.
Gotta mention it somewhere.
How long does it take to switch to Cranky? Like, I feel like Cranky is still better on a lot of these stages, but I don't see them switching off of Cranky. I think he's just going Funky only.
I think so.
I mean,
it doesn't take as long, but it's only worth it if you do it for a couple of levels.
Yeah, I have a feeling that, like, Spike just decided to stick with Funky for tournament safety. Also, Spike is mad cool like that and would be the funkiest guy around for a whole hour and a half.
I'm not sure about Newbie and Cruncha, but at least Michael switched over.
You mean in terms of playing on the Switch?
More so switching to Cranky Kong.
Okay, okay. I want to see Crankles come back.
Where is he?
Yeah, that's actually one of the coolest strats we got out of Time Attack. Time Attack leaderboards, are supremely strong because we would just look at the top times and be like, oh hey, someone found this, and we would include it in the run. There wasn't like hidden strats that like lasted for forever. It was like people would find it, it would be up on the leaderboard, you could watch it, and then you could start doing it. You know, if it wasn't like one of those insanely stupid strats. Yo, Frozen Frenzy, I hope you all enjoyed this music. This is actually one of the best soundtracks in the game right here. And this is a legendary stage on its own, because this stage used to also be one of those Dixie is gonna be faster no matter what stages. And then one night, Cruncha is just freaking out on Discord. Guys, go look at the leaderboard. Go look at the leaderboard. Go look at the leaderboard. And there it was, Cranky at the top. Excuse me, how did you do this? And we watched Cranky pulling off one of the scariest stages in the game. I want to see what Funky does now. And I want you all to keep in mind as you're watching this stage that Cranky could do this stage so much faster that because he could not flutter and he had to wait at the very end, he was still faster, waiting for like 5 seconds on a single platform. He was still faster at the end. By the way, you cannot pogo on electricity, so keep that in mind as well. That he was faster and he did not get hit by any of this.
I'm not sure how Cruncha did it, but he is the man.
He is insane. This jump in particular was like such a barely possible feat.
The one thing that Funky has going for him is instead of only being able to get hit like once at the end, you can use 4 of your hearts. Yeah, and like it's kind of ridiculous how much faster you can go. If he was gonna damage boost, he would have slapped a heart out of one of those little weird plants, but just waiting a second doesn't lose you that much time. Like, it's basically even. So I see SnowDog is now finishing up Frosty Fruits, and he will be facing off against Bashmaster in just a little bit. He's got 2 hearts, so he can take this last section a little bit more aggressively if he wants to. And entering 6-8. Spike is now. Should I go and get my music? Should I start singing? Oh no?
So
okay.
This is a stage where I would normally play I Need a Hero by Bonnie Tyler, and I made it a tradition to do every run because, you know what? I was tired of hearing Homecoming Hijinks 3 times in a row. I needed some excitement for the last level. I needed a hero.
There's lava, there's Rambi, and
this stage
there's
is actually kind of god-awful.
There's a section where you have to wait. I mean, speed game, what?
Yeah, for speedrunners, this stage is... Ah, please don't! Thank you!
Ah,
please don't! Thank you! This stage is actually one of the worst for a speedrunner. You have to wait so much. Like, the gimmick is basically, there's lava behind you. Wouldn't you love to run? Wouldn't that be nice if you could get away from lava?
The only awful part about it is that Rambi is necessary for this level. Every other Every
Yeah.
other level, Rambi is Sin. You don't need him at all.
Yeah, the 3 Rambi stages, you can ditch Rambi and do the whole thing by yourself. But there are so many blocks that only Rambi can break. That if you try to go without, like say you try and jump off of Rambi to save your life, you're gonna come up against one of these walls in like another second. Be like, well, looks like I died a while ago. You're already dead.
That sounds so anime.
Oh my, oh my. Yo, and he destroyed the hoots. Let's talk about that hoots real quick. Let's get some origin lore real quick. So all the hot hoots, those hoots that are on fire, they must go through a training ritual where they get dipped in lava. He's denying that one, his lava-born rights.
Is he going to Michael? No, he's
He
not.
did not ditch Rambi. He's an animal lover this time.
Save the animals, dude.
Save the animals. Yo, so such good like fan art came out of that GDQ run. There's so many pieces of DK ditching Rambi. I loved it. Oh my god.
Oh, I haven't seen that.
There was like a sad little Rambi falling to the lava who was crying a teardrop, and I just couldn't help but laugh.
Alright, Spike is on, the final boss, Lord Frederick. However,
Or butts.
This isn't a walk in the park. He definitely has to do his best.
This fight takes a long time, and there are very difficult things you have to execute. Like right at the beginning, is he gonna get the instant? No, he's gonna wait. Basically, NKB was grinding out Frederick really hard for a long time a while ago, and he made instant throws a thing, where there's a setup you can do where you pick up the tuck and you immediately throw it and you bait Frederick into jumping into the tuck.
Yeah, that's still the RNG. Other than that, everything is set.
Nice. Do we always piss your pants?
What?
Are we gonna piss our pants? I need to know. I have to change. I have to get ready for that. So in the second section, he's gonna freeze the platform, but then he's gonna melt it later. And the way he melts the platform is either really, really fast, so you piss your pants because of how fast it is and how scary it is, or it's really, really slow and you lose time. And you want them pants soaked, please.
Yeah, they are soaked.
One more round of playing with Frederick in the background. So the bosses all take 9 hits to beat, and these hits in the background would seem like they make Frederick have more health. They basically don't count towards those 9 hits, because you can nail multiple hits on him in the background, and he still needs 9 hits in the foreground. Like, you can delay it so you get like 2 hits in the background, but it's not going to skip any phases.
Other than that, Spike is doing really good on the hits.
Yep, it is
Yeah.
Piss Your Pants RNG, and it's not that scary. Funky is just keeping his cool. What a showboater! Get down on the ground! Oh, this game's hard. Oh, I'm missing surfboard. I was like, you guys need some help? So, I got out of my shop, and, y'all are bad at this game. Like, I can fly, and spikes don't hurt. I guess I'm gonna beat the last boss. You guys can come by later or something, and like we can drink some smoothies. We can chill on the beach. It's gonna be good.
He's totally that guy.
All right, these last hits get faster and faster, so he's gotta have a little bit of a setup on when to jump.
He's already
And-
on the maximum fastness.
Here we go. Time's coming up. Time. 128.52.
Not too shabby.
And that unfortunately immediately says to me, yeah, I could not come. I don't have a Switch. The tournament is open to Switch or Wii U. So if like I bought it on the if I came here fighting on the Wii U, I would have a 5-minute disadvantage immediately. It's like I can't, guys. I can't. 9 for 9.
We're not giving you a handicap. Also, please know that Funky is not in this cutscene.
Yeah, that's like Funky did all the work here. Is like, oh, cool. yo guys, I can like chill with you after we beat everything. Yeah. Just would you mind waiting inside? We're gonna make sure the island's safe before you come out. Yo, is it safe yet? Whee! Guys, guys.
He is in the next cutscene though. Don't worry.
Let me see. I want to see it because like I haven't. Yo, spoilers. I haven't seen it. Okay, there's Diddy, slapping them. Where's my Funky? Hello?
Not
You
this
lied
cutscene.
to me. You lied to me.
I did.
You said the next cutscene. I don't see my boy Funky right there. They're having a party
Really?
without him.
You count that as a separate cutscene?
Yeah.
JL.
One ends and the other begins. So, SnowDog is in 6-2. He is now going to be the focus of our attention here. We're going to see how well he nails the end game. Because as we saw, Spike did have he did have to slow down quite a bit throughout World 6 because there's just that much going on. You really can't, unless if you're like really up to your game on all the tricks, it's going to hit you a lot all over the place. He's on one heart right now. God help him, please.
He's not waiting for the heart. Of course not. It's a
Oh my
speedrun.
God! Please don't! Please don't!
Yes.
Fucking no!
No!
Go! I should have waited.
So that's an attempt for bullet skip. There's a way that Spikevegeta did with the damage boosts. There's also a way to use all of the hoots to actually get to the other side. It's not in particularly slower.
Oh man, Funky's copter really takes a long time. Like once you lose the speed, you just it's really slow.
Yeah, you definitely don't want to use that in a speedrun, other than saving your ass. Shout out to Nintendo physics, man.
That Nintendo magic.
Yo, that's a sick damage boost. Yo, Momo, you got a fan, dude.
Yo, let's see. Because I've been like switching back and forth on Discord here real quick. Your RDV versus the world. All right, so I will say this about my availability for commentary. I'm glad that you like my commentary. Thank you. I appreciate that. I actually am. I'm a pretty busy guy. I work most nights, so if you really want me to commentate your match, it's gonna have to be either really late at night or sometime in the morning, like this one.
He just wants to say that I suck at it.
Oh, we're all bad at video games. Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
Video games are impossible, dude.
I know where he lives. He'll regret it.
Oh, wow. That's definitely the kind Listen here, you. I know where you live. Don't you dare screw up this game. I will find you. I'm not kidding!
Well, take your 3DS.
I will take you.
It is a cap card, dude. Of course I'll take it.
Oh, okay.
Not going for the deep roll.
You know, I like to reach into the bottom of the bag for them deep rolls. I do really like the rolls, the like on the bottom of that brown bag. Those are the ones that are still, they're not stale. Like the ones at the top of the bag that get like all hard, and it's like it's hard to cut through them with the plastic knife. I'm talking about when your friend goes and buys those bagels. He buys like 30 bagels for work. You want that deep roll, the one at the bottom.
Look at that HD Funky.
There he is! Oh my god!
grabbing his snowboard for security. It's a snowboard, shut up. Reich is a cyberbully. Wah.
Haha, yes.
Yo, enjoy your mysterious relics, everyone. So yeah, let's take a look at like schedule and when the next match is. Let's see. I believe there's one coming up.
10
yeah.
minutes.
Yeah, not that long from now. I'm gonna be out of here at that point. But yeah, at 3 p.m. we're gonna see another Tropical Freeze match going down.
It's me against Ghoul02.
Oh man! So I'm gonna have to say, I hope you crash and burn. I'm sorry. I'm really, really sorry. I have to say this right now. You need to die. Not because I don't like you, but because I like Ghoul. He's my boy. I have to. So I'm really, really sorry. I hope you get bad RNG. I hope you choke it hard. You're probably gonna win from all this. Tell me later. Thank you for cursing my run because you actually blessed it. I'm gonna feel bad. But remember, this is Ghoul. I have to like do everything I can in his favor.
So I'm guessing you're rooting for Ghoul.
Just a little bit. I have to.
But man, I still run returns.
Oh no!
I'm not helping my case. I know.
Speaking of returns, someone just died. Yo, the big purple turd, as Spike called him. Shout outs to like all things that Spike says. Like literally, everything he says just becomes instant meme. I can't even remember what they're called myself, but like those bats were in returns. And that was actually one of the big selling points of one of the auto spoiler stages. We were running away from that thing. And he's like, look at this big purple turd.
I'm actually pretty sad that all the cool levels, and they're not that cool since they're auto-scrollers, but for how cool they can be, we're not doing the cool levels in the speedrun. It's literally the opposite.
So yeah, Returns actually had one of the sickest auto-scrollers where like Donkey Kong is kind of surfing on top of the minecart and you jump from cart to cart. That was awesome. Why didn't they keep that?
He's called the Big Squeakly.
Right. Thank you for keeping the lore intensely true here on Speed Gaming. Your shout out to Speed Gaming for hosting us here. And if Tropical Freeze is not your jam, I will let y'all know. Link to the past randomizers across the board. Speed Gaming 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But this channel will be taking a slight break until Tropical Freeze returns. Tropical Freeze will actually be on, if I can find the channel.
Speed Gaming 2.
Speed Gaming 2, okay. Oh yeah, there it is.
I know this is a pretty mean thing to do. However, I do want to count all of the death counters here in 6.5.
Oh Jesus! I mean, you're honestly not wrong. I mean, Spike died what? He died twice doing the last trick. Like, it's not a friendly stage. If you can make it through the beginning half, honestly 2/3, the last portion isn't going to be as ferocious.
Okay. I like you, Funky. However, we like to go fast.
Ooh.
Oh, he's taking it nice and slowly, which shouldn't be a bad thing.
Hello.
Yo!
Yo, what's up, guys? How we doing?
Let's talk about this video game. How you doing?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. you know, play the game for a month and all of a sudden, like, just all escapes you and you're like, wait, I think this is kind of what it is. Then you just die instead. Yeah, I mean, this was about what I expected to do off of. I was gonna wake up and do some warming up, but I had some technical difficulties, so.
I mean, you woke up earlier than I did. I can tell you.
Yo, thanks for commentating this, guys.
Yo, I made it. Also, I'm gonna be periodically cutting you off to scream because you know, Snowdog's gonna give me a heart attack. But apart from that, please continue.
Oh my gosh, what's going on? Let's see. Yeah, no, how is this going? Let's not take away from it right now. All right, he's coming up on the second boost part. Now, how do you guys feel? I mean, is he going to go for this?
I don't know. I don't know. In fact,
All
I was
right.
happy to see you going for it.
Yeah. I was, by that point, I was like, all right, let's just, I mean, I go into tournament matches with the same concept I have with my PB attempts. I'm just like, hey, I'm not going to hold back. Let's just go for whatever. If I fail at this point, it's a tournament. It's all for fun. But yeah, I was hoping to hit the first. Happy to hit the first two. Inka Dinka though. What do you think? Have you seen the full Inka Dinka move? I know.
I mean, Ghoul had to show it to me, and when I saw it, I was like, it's good.
Yeah.
I want this in my life.
Yeah, it's the best. Are we ever going to be able to convince you to buy a Switch? Is that
actually? Yes, I will be buying a Switch. And I may pick up Tropical Freeze.
Yeah.
I will be buying a Switch later on.
Yeah, it's hard when you've already gone in as hard as you did with OG. It's honestly so much nicer with the load times. It's so much nicer not feeling like I can make a sandwich in between each level.
I mean, I spent all that time. I was like, I'm gonna catch up with Chad. I'm gonna drink some water. It's like, now I gotta play this video game. I'm not that good at this game, guys.
Nah, you'd come back. You'd have a 124 in like a day. It'd be great.
I mean, you could do crunch as threats. No lies.
I'm a man strat all the way. Okay.
Okay.
If I fall into every pit on my first run, I don't care. Oh, man strat. I will say, Spike, a couple things stood out from your run. You definitely took like a fierce dick poking in World 4. Like, you went in pretty hard. Jesus Christ.
Atlanta, dude. Because I was sitting there, I was like, all right, it's 4-5. We've been playing bad all day. I was like plus 2 minutes on my splits after World 2. I was like, all right, screw it. We're going for everything. And then 4-5 happened, and it looked good up until the strong dong. And let me tell you, oh, can you get up? Okay, we got to refill on the health. Oh, that's not gonna make it. That's not gonna make it.
Let me hand you the RTMP. Keep going.
Oh, okay, yeah, I'm watching the restream. Okay. Thank you. Boo. I'm sorry, we're like delayed behind. I'm ugging at the last one.
So yeah, like, you did this thing that reminded me. Oh my god, you remember like that series I made of like me dying horribly?
Oh yeah.
Oh god, there was that one time in 4 or 5 where I fired the wrong way. I went completely opposite. You did that twice and you didn't die. You should have died.
Yeah, I know. I was sitting there like by the second one, I was like, okay, we're done for this. They must have been such quick shots. There was still a platform there for me.
Jesus Christ! Like the first one, I was like, I should be dead right now, but I can still make it. I should really be dead right now.
And then I finally get into a barrel. I'm pretty sure it takes me 6 barrels before I can get out of it.
Oh my god, the quad knot really took you for a ride.
Man, that was a great journey. This link's not working for me. Alright. But yeah, I don't know. I'm glad we're getting to have a tournament. I'm hoping it's gonna, increase people's interests in the game. In general, obviously the Switch version coming out, it allowed more than 12 people to play the game, like it was for the Wii U version.
The leaderboard was basically the roster.
Yeah, no, that was just everyone who had bought their video game. So nice to hear Switch version's been selling pretty well, all things considered.
Yeah, I think I heard the statistic that they got the lifetime sales of the Wii U version within like a month or less. But yeah, please, this game is absolutely wonderful, regardless of how you buy it. It's super cheap on the Wii U, by the way. So if you happen to have one, like, it's basically free. But
you can't get a digital copy anymore, can you?
I don't think you can. I still have not only your digital copy, but my original copy. So I could give it away.
I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I'm pretty sure my roommate. So that Wii U was actually not mine. It was my roommate's, and I moved out. I'm now living with Hobbs. So my Wii U version, I have a physical copy, but it is gone. Like my digital version is off with his somewhere. So, but yeah, regardless, just having to kind of reinvigorate the community.
Oh man, SnowDog doesn't know, so this is definitely something I'm gonna tell him about afterwards. He has to get the free drop into the barrel at the end of 6-6 right there. Dude,
when I was watching Crunch's race the other night, Grim Donut's his opponent, he didn't know about it either. I'm like, dude, everyone's got to learn this. This is it's faster and you lose all stress.
Like, if I have to go into the Tropical Freeze Discord and look, guys, please. Please.
I'm telling you, Moo, you'd have a 124 in like a day. I'm just telling you.
Yeah, man. I mean,
you saw the run I just did.
You got a 128.52.
Yeah, I got a 128 with. I rode the boat in 1-2, dude.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah, I was. Oh, you probably weren't in there at the start. Yeah.
No, I came in right around 3-1.
3-1. Okay, yeah, my first 2 worlds. I ended up being plus about 320 on my splits. 2 minutes of that was in the first 2 worlds. Just slip, slop, slappity. I died like 3 times in 2-5. It was great. I missed a throw in 2 boss.
I mean, when Goldfish and I were doing that race, we were both like, yeah, we're cruising, no problem, we got this game. And then 2-4 came, and we were like, yeah, we're both really bad at this game.
Yeah, we forgot.
I mean, that's this game. Like, you go away from it for a little while, and you're gonna die.
Yeah. No, and yeah, because it's one of those. I've always described it in speed gaming, not to make excuses for myself or anything, but I've always thought it was a little thing where. I almost died in this level too, dude. You can kind of just barrel through it too much, or else, I'm not getting any more health. He's already down to 2. Well. But I've always described it in speed gaming how sometimes the worst thing you can be is you like halfway or even 80% remember how to speedrun a level. And then all of a sudden you go to play it and you're like, oh, you're just that little bit off, and that causes you to die or something, and you actually do worse than if you just completely had forgotten how to do it.
There's like that even ground between you're de-rusting and you didn't de-rust well enough, or you're learning and you didn't learn enough. And that's
right.
Both of those are as bad as each other.
Yeah, and I'm sure we're seeing that. First of all, it's awesome to see a bunch of people who, were not, didn't have the Wii U version, didn't run it back then, kind of joining the Dong Closet or the Trop Closet for this tournament. There's a lot of just like, obviously what I'm seeing, they really know, first 2, 3, maybe even 4 worlds, and then once you're kind of getting late game, it's just they haven't quite gotten to learning those yet. Or only slightly, they haven't really worked on it yet. It'd be interesting to see, looking down in the losers bracket, as they kind of power up in a way, how things start to go for them.
Yeah, I think it's not just one of those things where it's like you got to learn the strats for every stage. It's also one of those things where it's like there's a lot of like subtle bits of jank, like with any game at all. You're gonna find those little things to throw you off. He just had one of his rolls eaten. He doesn't know that there's a heart back there either. So
right.
There's lots of tiny things that you miss out on because you haven't been running the game for as long as the rest of us have. No!
I definitely agree in that statement. Even though I did learn the first half of the game with Cranky.
I would say that's the proper way. You were raised well. No! Why did you do that?
I think I just saw the prior death. I can't get the RTMP. I was like, he's playing so well. He's dodging all the stuff. Oh my god.
So one thing I have noticed is that when Fucky starts doing his like hover thing, he's hovering really slow.
Yeah, so that's so the first time I ever played this Moo was actually at PAX East a couple months ago, like a month before the game came out. I had never played with Funky before, and they made me play like 2K Bopopolis on the main stage at Nintendo. So I was like, okay. And I go up to play it, and the first thing I notice, I'm like, okay, he's got a hover. His hover, as soon as you start the hover, you lose all of your momentum. So your goal, honestly, unless it is 100% necessary to like save yourself, you never want to hover with Funky. It honestly will get you killed just as much as it's going to save you. So it can be quite frustrating to work with. So all of a sudden, if you accidentally throw in your double jump just before bopping off an enemy, you'll throw in your double jump, you'll try to save yourself with a hover, and you're over a pin. You're not going to make it.
Oh my god, you're absolutely right. That's actually super important. So yeah, there's I guess something that was never really touched upon throughout the run. For those of you still here, there's 2 different ways you can bounce off of an enemy. One is by like you're pressing A right before you land on him, and if you do what Spike just described, you would not have a double jump. That's bad.
Yep, that's actually exactly what happened to me in 1-2. But sorry, go ahead.
Well, the other way is like super like subtle. You won't even tell it's happening. It's something that you really only learn playing as Cranky, and that's that. Sometimes you want to reactively bounce off of an enemy. This is also done with Diddy and Dixie to like preserve your momentum, because you can accidentally hover or flutter with them. That's really, really bad.
Yeah.
You basically, like, as you land on them, afterwards you're pressing the bounce button. It's really weird to notice the difference, but like, you can jip yourself and you'll feel it when you die.
Oh yeah.
Oh, he just died.
Oh, where's this gonna be? Where's this gonna be again? I'm still watching on the delay. Where's it gonna be?
You're not on the RTMP?
Yeah, it wouldn't open for me.
Oh yeah, that's a Chrome issue.
Oh, I remember this being a Google Chrome issue. I remember fixing it back then. Don't know why it's still an issue, but anyways. All right, so I actually now I do have to go. I go into SGDQ tomorrow. Got to get a bunch of stuff settled with like rent and this.
Right.
But yes, Moo Reek, thank you guys for having me. It was a ton of fun. Shouts to Speed Gaming, Feasel, and everyone over there. And
thanks for the awesome run, dudes.
Yeah, I will play a lot better next round, I promise. I think I'm taking on Tones Ballones in the next race.
Oh, he did really well in his run.
Yeah, so I got a 135. Yeah, a very strong Splatoon speedrunner. Also runs Super Mario Sunshine and has really kind of gone in on this game the last few weeks since the Switch version came out. So I look forward to that match. But all right, guys, have a lovely day. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.
Later.
Yo, later.
Ooh, yeah. Oh, man, the SnowDog. SnowDog used to be getting them running jumps in.
I do want to mention, for everyone wanting to go into Tropical Freeze, there are the tutorials made by Mumu Akayer like 3 years ago.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
I knew you didn't want to hear it. But even
this is like digging up old family videos. So how many of those threats are still viable? So if you guys are gonna go and check out my tutorial, I'm flattered. Oh no, he did the GDQ barrel! He fired immediately. Dang. Do not mash up that barrel.
I mean, Scowl is still pretty up to date. Same for Fugu.
Well, they would act as a good like baseline. If you're gonna learn off my tutorial series, it's still valid. Someone should do an updated one. But that said, Tropical Freeze Discord, the boys will help you out, and don't forget to check out Yakum, who also like Super Yak, my boy, my Swedish boy, my boy. He's got the strats, and he's definitely got some of the better ones on his channel as well.
I should check them out.
He's got the setup for Scowl. He's got a lot of different things on there.
Yeah, even if it isn't for the exact cranky strats, there's still a lot of inside information that's pretty good.
Good, we got SnowDog actually getting all of his running jumps this time. And he's on to the last boss now, Frederick. You can see how, like, Spike got a 128. I can see that SnowDog is learning this game. I can see it, because my first couple runs on the old game were, you know, over 2 hours. This game is not nice. Even with Funky, it will definitely chew you up.
Okay, I want to ask you, how long did you take on Lord Frederick the first time?
He definitely took me a while. I did not first try Frederick my first time, that's for sure. I don't remember because it was a very long time ago. Trust me, I suffered like everyone else did. My first playthrough though was like broken up into segments. I can't say how long it actually was, but it was probably in the like 4-hour to 5-hour range.
Yeah, I remember doing a blind race either last year or the year before with a friend of mine. That took me like 3 hours with only knowing half the strats. Like the first proper run with Funky though, that was at least up 2 hours.
So SnowDog
Funky...
just... Sorry, I just want to say real quick, SnowDog just missed a hit on Frederick, and as was said earlier, you need to get 3 hits in the foreground. So although he's going into the background right now, he's going to come back out, take a single hit, and then go back into the background. That's why it's like, you really want to practice these hits on Frederick, because it just takes so much longer every time you screw up around. Proceed?
Yeah, it's definitely not fun being too long on Frederick. Especially because he gets faster with Phase 2 and being at the maximum speed on Phase 3.
Yo, Mr. Tiger talking about the Ice Dragons. So, I remember seeing Ice Dragons my first time, that's for sure. Here's a fun fact. Shortly after we started learning the game, we only ever saw like regular Ice Dragons, and then one day Newbie during a race was doing exceptionally bad on Frederick. I'm sorry, Newbie, I'm not trying to call you bad, but like this was just one time. It was not having a good time on Frederick. So what happened was, not only did Frederick get Ice Dragons, but he got them multiple times, and apparently Frederick has an Ice Dragon that's like one single really fast Ice Dragon.
Really?
We never saw this before. We were like really confused. I was watching his screen. Frederick's just like breathing in deeply for like a solid 5 seconds, and Newbie's like, "What's going on? What's happening?" Frederick just murdered him. I was like, "Oh my god, cold-blooded."
Now I kind of want to see that.
It's terrifying. How do we know his name is Frederick? It's in the little trophies that you can get from Funky's shop. Funky's shop is currently being run by someone else, but basically, there are little trophies with every enemy's name on them. The enemies' names are also stated somewhere else, but they're definitely all there on the trophies that you can purchase from the shops.
To make it complete, his full name is Lord Frederick the Snow Mad King.
Mm-hmm.
And just like that, every other boss has a
type of moniker. So there's
Pompey
the preposterous, I think, or presumptuous. There you go. You got I got it. Don't you know all of them? So let me take a guess here. It's Scowl the Frightening. Baboom.
It starts with TNS.
Scowl the son of a gun.
Startling.
I had it. Baboom's just an idiot, so we're gonna go skip past it.
Agreed.
What was it? What was it for Baboom?
Boisterous?
I think that's it. Go, get the lore in. It's definitely Fugu the Frightening, Bashmaster the Unbreakable, and then we have Frederick the Nomad King.
Except for Bassmaster, it's all alliteration.
It's kind of alliteration. In fact, honestly, every single stage is alliteration in some way.
Yeah, that's true.
So they care about this game. I want you all to know they care about this game. Fugu's stage is Fugu Face Off, or something like that, in English. In German, it's Fish and Chimp. They all have good ones. So, about 2 more minutes here. We're going to see SnowDog wrap it up, and then we're going to be switching over to the next thing on Speed Gaming, which is a Link to the Past randomizer. Couple more hits here on Frederick. Oh, you missed one. You got one. Oh,
Oh, only
he's
one.
got 2 more hits left. He's got 2 more hits left.
However, he's going to shoot his ice dragons, I believe, and after that he's going to do 3 more walk-alongs, rather than jumping into the backgrounds.
Yeah. And we're already getting confirmation in the chat. We're gonna see SnowDog finishing up. Yo, the spoilers. 1. Yeah, come on.
One more!
Oh, come on, one more! Oh! Other man, what a tease! We've got some massive delay here. Come on, SnowDog. I was like, oh, he's got it. Never mind. GG's, never mind. Yo, Funky's got a scream on him. Hey-ya! Jesus Christ, I like his energy. I can feel he threw that penguin with all his might. Come on, come on! Alright, and we're getting shoot out of here, but SnowDog, I believe in you, man. Come on, finish it up on screen. Come on, come on!
Come on! Also, 1 more HP.
One more, please! Ugh!
So a quick reminder, you can only hit his back, not the front like with Pompey. Makes that extra difficult. Oh, we're seeing a spoiler in chat. Oh, there we go. And done.
Done. Nice.
So we're gonna do an interview?
I'll ask if he's gonna step in, but nope. We're
Oh.
we are wrapping up now, but yeah, thank you for finishing. Oh, there he is actually. Maybe you got a small word to say at least hello. SnowDog.
I feel embarrassed about myself.
Do not worry about it, my dude.
No. It's a Donkey Kong game. They're supposed to be difficult.
Yeah, okay. I
So,
really stress of this being my first ever tournament I joined, speedrunning a game.
Word. I mean, hey, first, there's a lot of firsts going on here, so good stuff for like sticking it out here. You finished. That's really important.
Yeah. At the beginning, I was, I looked over and see, wait, this was kind of close. And then World 2, I said to myself, this is the run, this is the world I will mess up. Yes.
There's no free world. Not even World 1 is free, so don't worry about it. So I hope that you're gonna take from this what you can. You know, take a look at it, see what you need to practice, see what you need to study up on. Listen, 6-6, the silhouette stage in World 6. You need to go there and you need to go watch the IL because there's a barrel that you can just walk into.
Yeah, I know
and
that.
You waited it out
but
in the last section.
During that, I've forgotten about it, and then when I shot out of the barrel, I realized, oh wait, I could just jump.
It's okay.
Then...
I got a heckle because I heckled Spike.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, this
y'all new runners, y'all new dong runners. From the OG, from me, I gotta give you the advice. I gotta see you guys succeed, please.
Well, hopefully I could do better against Samu.
Make me proud.
I'll try.
That's the spirit.
Any parting words, my dude?
No. Just need practice.
Well, best of luck to you in the future. Thank you for being here. Thank you for having me, by the way, and thank you, Reich, for putting up with me not being here for the first day.
Thank you for you guys for commentating this.
Yo, no problem.
Now hopefully I won't get distracted by Mario Tennis.
Alright, what's up next on this channel? A Link to the Past randomizer, starting in 5 minutes or so. And then in 40 minutes on Speed Gaming 2, another Tropical Freeze run. It's myself against Ghoul02, the OG boy.
And I'm commentating that one, I think.
Yeah, you should be.
I'm gonna have to go ahead and say it again. I'm sorry. Can you sub Ghoul? Can we cut the Ghoul in live?
I want to.
All right.
I don't know what his fastest funky time is, if he's going funky.
I think Ghoul is funky. Let me tell you.
Okay. Well, I know he has a 139 something on the
139
old,
is the joke. Basically, if you could sub 140, you would be in the top spots for Tropical Freeze. God bless Ghoul. Okay, please don't hate him, my boy.
I know I can. Just gotta get a good run. Don't die as much.
Yeah.
Yo, best speedrunning advice: don't die.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
I'm gonna go ahead and get out of here. I gotta make way, and yeah, Link to the Past coming up. But yeah, later, guys. Thank you.
Yeah, well, it's probably best if we wrapped up this this whole thing. You have any last words?
No, I don't think so.
All right, my parting words are: please laugh at me at Speed Gaming 2 in a little bit. Laugh at me for every death I get.
And I'll try to do my best commenting over this match. Over that match, I'm sorry.
Yes, well, dude. All right, enjoy your afternoon, evening, whatever it is in your time zone.
See ya.